Today, the mayor and the governor both blasted the president's use of National Guard troops in the crime fight down in D.C., while the president called that surge a success and a template for other cities.
And to be very clear, we're good. We don't need or want the National Guard here in Baltimore.
From the mayor of Baltimore to the governor of Maryland, elected Democrats say the president should not be using National Guard troops as part of the federal surge against crime.
I'm not going to do things because it makes people feel good or because we think that people walking around in military fatigues and a long gun somehow makes communities safer.
Today's pushback follows President Trump's remarks on Tuesday.
Now, Baltimore is a hellhole right now.
He mocked the governor, trashed Baltimore and city residents.
They were born to be criminals, frankly. They were born to be criminals.
The president hailed National Guard troops combined with federal agents and officers for bringing down crime in Washington. And he called D.C.'s federal law enforcement surge a success and a template for other cities.
I would love to do it. Now, we're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country. And that includes Baltimore.
Governor Moore, the president yesterday said he's obligated to send troops to other cities, including Baltimore. What's your reaction to that?
My reaction is my position has not changed. And I've been clear with the president about what would be useful and what would be helpful. But frankly, having members of the Guard picking up trash and raking mulch is not a useful spread of resources.
According to the governor's office, the Maryland National Guard has yet to receive any federal mobilization orders, and the administration tells us it's not aware of any federal assets staging in or around Maryland. Reporting from South Baltimore, I'm Kate Amara, WBAL TV 11 News.
Kate, thank you. Now, the Baltimore City FOP is voicing its support for federal intervention. In a statement to 11 News, it says, quote, Baltimore is short 600 to 700 cops, and the brave ones that are left are severely overworked. Let's keep politics out of this and welcome those who want to help in the crime fight, no matter what town or city, it said.